Welcome back to Anything Goes Fishing. Today we're going to be talking about how you can make your own bobber stop. Very easy, very effective, using only a horsehair braiding elastic band. Alright guys, so here we have our tungsten worm weight, and this would be your hook, but for demonstration purposes I am just using a steel leader. So this tungsten worm weight is just going to slide up and down your line. So the bobber stop in this situation is going to peg that worm weight against your hook. So I don't want to go buy bobber stops right now because of the coronavirus pandemic. So I googled how to make your own, and they talk about the bobber stop knot, but this worm weight, it's got a big hole, so it just slides right over top of it. So they talk about ways how you can beef up the knot or put a bead in to stop your weight from sliding over top. But I said, who's got the time? When you're on a boat and your bobber stop breaks, you need something quick so you don't have to cut your line and start over. So I went to my mom's horse braiding bin and got these. These are the strongest elastic bands I have ever seen. They are so strong. I can barely break them with my hands. So what you're going to do is you just take your scissors and you're going to cut like that, and you're just going to take some slack line, which I have already done, and you're going to wrap it once, and then you're going to go around again. Oops, it didn't go. So you're just going to wrap once, so it's just like that, and then you're just going to do two nice, easy, simple granny knots, just like you're tying a shoelace. One granny knot, and your second granny knot. Oh, sorry, bumped the camera. So there's your two granny knots, and then you're just going to turn it over to the bottom side and do another two granny knots. So this is essentially just 4 granny knots. Whoops. There we go. Didn't go through. It's a little tricky with the small elastic, but when I first tried tying this, when I first had the idea, I tied it first time easy. So I haven't tried this with a normal elastic band yet, but I imagine it might work, but I like this just because it's super strong. So there's your knot, and then you just slide it down your line all the way to your worm weight. You're just going to slide it right up against your worm weight, and that's not going anywhere. So these tags might make some cool action in the water, but I want the fish to just be seeing the action from the bait, the big gummy lure that I put on here. So I'm just going to trim these off really easy with a nice pair of scissors. And there you have it. You could probably trim that smaller or put a dab of glue on the top knot to really hold it, and then you could trim it right close. But I'm just going to leave it like that. I might trim this down before I go use it, a little bit more maybe, but that's perfect. That's going to hold your weight there all day long. And if it breaks, you'd bring your bag of 200 elastics or so and tie another one with really quickly. And remember, when you're fishing, anything goes.